Hey guys, what's going on? Just a Sunday night doing a quick video for you. I had taken some vacation time this weekend and was supposed to meet this guy, go on this big fishing trip or fishing day yesterday. It didn't work out. Just something came up at the last minute, so kind of disappointed about that, but ended up getting a chance to go collect some more species today. Well, not more species, but well, I guess one more species, but I got a bunch more of these spotfin shiners. I just woke them up, so they kind of the color's a little off, but anyways, just did some micro fishing today, using some micro hooks and just a bit of earthworm, caught some smaller fish. Actually netted a couple baby spotfin shiners. There's one of them right there. They're pretty tiny. Also caught a western mosquitofish today, which that was actually pretty cool. Oh, whoop, that's not it. That's one of the spotfin shiners. There's the mosquitofish. This guy's pretty cool. They're fun to catch just because they're so small. When he gets his color, like I said, I just turned the lights on, but he's got a really cool black stripe that runs down through his eye, which is kind of neat to see. But like I said, they're fun to catch. The water level's pretty low in this tank because I was adding the fish. I had to take water out of the tank because I had them in a bucket and was using the drip method in a bucket. But I'm under a boil order here at my house. Someone cut a water line just down the street, and so we're under a boil order until, I don't know, like Tuesday or something like that, so couldn't add any more water back to it. I'm going to take some 5-gallon jugs to work tomorrow and see if I can get some more, get some fresh water from there and then use it to do a water change here. But yeah, that's why the water level's kind of low. And this is just a temporary quarantine tank. I'm going to be switching over to the 75 here in about a week and a half or so. Yeah, about a week and a half, maybe a little sooner, depending on when the ammonia and nitrate levels are down to 0, so that I know the nitrogen cycle's completely started. I added some live bacteria to the water to get it started quicker, but I've had the tank cycling, the new tank cycling, and I'll switch over to it here in a minute, but had it cycling for probably about 4 or 5 days now, just getting it started since I got my driftwood in. And then I ordered some plants from Peabody's Paradise. I'll do kind of an unboxing video probably when those come in, but they should come in either tomorrow or Tuesday. So when those come in, I'm going to go ahead and put those in the tank, and then I'll wait about another week. Check the levels. If the levels are good, then fish are going in. So, there's one of the smaller ones, the little spotfin shiners. This place I got them from just got, probably 1,000 of them just in this one little, 20-foot section of stream. But they're fun to catch. They look really cool. When they get bigger, especially, they just have a really cool silver color to them. When the light hits them right, it just shines really neat off of them. And then apparently the males, when they're in spawning condition, turn like a real solid blue with yellow fins, so that would be pretty cool. So yeah, I've got about a dozen, yeah, I'd say about a dozen, maybe a few more than that, spotfin shiners, and then I've got 4 redfin shiners, and then that one mosquito fish. And I may actually go back and try and catch some more mosquito fish sometime, just so it's not just the one. It was just getting towards the end of the time that I was there. In fact, I really don't see those until the sun starts to come out and really hit the water, and they're really only in the areas where the sun's really bright on the water. I guess that's probably just what they like. But he's traveling down the glass checking it out. But anyways, yeah, so I'm excited. This tank's gonna be up and going here probably before too long. But yeah, let me switch over to showing you the actual tank. Alright, so here's the 75. You know, got it up and going now. Like I said, it's been going for probably about 5 days now. Just cycling, getting going, up and going. The water's a real brown color right now because the organic dirt that I've got in there, it's probably, I mean, there's a lot of tannins and stuff being released into the water, probably from, you know, just leaves and little pieces of stick that are decomposing down there that I wasn't able to sift out when I was sifting the dirt, you know, trying to get all the big stuff out, but couldn't get everything out. I mean, obviously there's going to be some. So I was expecting this. I mean, I knew this was going to be the case. Anyways, that's the driftwood I got. It's actually mounted on slate, so it's actually 3 pieces of wood. It's not just 1 piece, but it's 3 pieces of wood that were arranged that way, mounted on slate. I really like it. I think it looks really cool. I buried the base of it in the gravel. Probably going to be the only driftwood I put in there. I've got some rocks that I collected from the creek that I was at. Just had some really, it was a really nice, you know, pebble beach, I guess you would call it, that I was standing on when where I was fishing at. So yeah, I got a bunch of rocks and stuff from that I'll put in here, and then this is going to get planted. I think in this back corner over here is going to be where my Ludwigia goes, and then in the front, up here in the front area right here is going to be some dwarf sage that I'm going to have carpeting. Probably going to start right behind that driftwood right there and just coming up to the front, just dwarf sage right here. I'm having trouble getting large quantities of it. Everybody seems to be out of it, but you know, I'll get what I can when I can, and I'll just keep adding to it as I can. I said can quite a few times in that sentence. Anyways, by the filter, I'm thinking I'm going to put some bacopa in there. I've got some 2 types of bacopa coming in. I've got bacopa caroliniana or something like that. It's like lemon bacopa. That's found like all on the East Coast. And then I've got bacopa monnieri, which is also known as moneywort, which I know that's typically found in Asia, but it's also native to southern parts of Florida as well, or at least it's been there for a long time. It seems to be native. A lot of places that I checked listed it as a native plant of southern Florida, so I'm just going to go ahead and call it native. The Ludwigia that I'm putting in here is going to be Ludwigia repens. That's native. Ludwigia palustris, which is actually around here. There's actually growing everywhere, immersed around a whole bunch of ponds and stuff that I fish around. I just didn't want to go through the trouble of, you know, making sure it's not, you know, cleaning it up, making sure it's not carrying any kind of bacteria or anything like that would hurt the fish. You know, a lot of places around here are farm ponds. I don't know what kind of chemicals or whatever get released into the soil, which probably released into the water too as well. But so I didn't want to mess with that, so I just went ahead and ordered it. But there's Ludwigia palustris, that's from around here, and then Ludwigia glandulosa, I think is how it's pronounced. But that's also another native species. So yeah, and then of course the dwarf sage, Sagittarius subulata. Probably butchered that, but that's native as well. I may add some pygmy chain swords in here, which those are native too. So I'm trying to keep everything completely native. This driftwood comes from, you know, comes from the Ohio River. I have some Malaysian driftwood. I didn't want to put it in here because I just wanted to keep that whole entirely native feel. I'm actually probably going to be ordering some fish for this. I'm not just going to, you know, collect my own. I'm going to order some Iowa darters, and the reason for that is the darters I can get around here. I can get greenside darters. I can get rainbow darters. Like I can catch those myself, and a few others. But Iowa darters are actually one of the few darter species that is typically found in slow-moving waters and heavily vegetated areas. And so I'm trying to make this a fully planted tank. And yes, I have the FX5 going and putting a good, decent current across the tank. I've actually got the current pointing up a little bit more, just so I can get some, break the surface, you know, create some surface tension, just to keep the oxygen exchange rate going. So Yeah, so I'm going to be looking for darter species that can handle the slower moving waters rather than the the real rapid moving streams, and the rocky riffles and stuff like that, which is where you find the rainbow darters and the greenside darters. So yeah, I'm going to probably order those in the next couple of weeks. Probably not going to order them until after the tank is fully cycled, and I've already added some fish successfully. But Zimmerman's Fish has them for a couple bucks a piece, and so and shipping's pretty reasonable because I'm pretty sure he's located in Ohio. Yeah, I'm probably going to go ahead and order those. I haven't made up my mind whether or not I'm going to order some rainbow shiners. Actually, there's two different species, rainbow shiners and fiery black shiners. I haven't made up my mind between the two, or if I'm going to get either one at all. But thinking about it, neither one of those can be found around my area, but they're both really good looking fish. They're both natives to the U.S. They're just not native to southern Illinois. So yeah, anyways, this is the tank. I've got the filter down over here. I've got it out of the back and off to the side. I mean, this is in the basement. This is going to be kind of my man cave eventually when I get everything set up and finish getting everything set up with the tanks. I'll start working on the my part of the decor down here, seating and all that stuff. But anyways, it doesn't need to look nice, but I've got the filter out to the side so that I can access it and maintain it pretty easily. I've got actually a hose hookup on the other side of the basement, so I think I'm going to run a hose down here, just keep a 50-foot hose down here, so I can just fill the tanks up that way, make water changes a lot easier. I think the problem with the hose hookup down here though is that the thread on it is pretty beat up, and so I'm going to see if there's a tool or something that I can get that can repair the threads on that. Yeah, other than that, this is the tank. I've got the 4-bulb T5HO lights on there, so 3 6500K and 1 pink plant bulb. So yeah, it should be perfect for growing plants. The organic dirt should make growing plants pretty easy, especially the plants I'm going to have in here. So yeah, I think this tank's going to really look great when it's all finished. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.